As Jeremy said, I'm Kendall. I'm going to start with a little bit more of an introduction. So I'm currently 19. I'm living in small town Illinois with my boyfriend of almost 5 years and our two puppies. Um, I moved out at age 18, and the adulting world definitely hit me hard. I'm currently senior gold, pushing for Ruby, like she said. I work two jobs. Currently, I'm at a bank as a teller. And then during this school year, I work as a paraprofessional at the School for the Deaf in Illinois. Um, I'm also currently a full-time senior in college, which is a little crazy to say. I'm majoring in elementary ed, but I'm also getting my LBS 1 for special ed. So hopefully I'll be able to go down that track. I like to work in a first or second grade classroom next year, but any kid will make my heart happy. I also have two younger siblings. I'm definitely a family-oriented person. I love them and my parents dearly, so moving out was definitely really hard for me. My Plexus story is a little unique. Like I said before, I definitely jumped into the adulting world full swing. With that came many responsibilities, as always. My boyfriend works 10-hour days as a John Deere tech, and then he goes and works for a farmer during harvest and planting season. So many of my days were spent alone at home. Um, with that came some depression and anxiety. I had anxious nights where my mind just wouldn't shut off. I remember texting my mom in October of last year, truthfully thinking I was having heart issues because it got so bad. Um, I was just totally working myself up, but with that anxiety obviously came all the things, weight gain, eating issues, bloating, inflammation, all the things we hear about. Um, I was so down in the dumps that I finally told my mom I thought it was time to go to the doctor for some prescription anxiety meds. If you know the hatred that I have for the doctor's office, this was a very big step for me. Um, I got on meds in October and I started to feel a little bit better, but not fully. From October to January, they kind of adjusted my meds. It was a little crazy. Um, Truthfully, it was the worst 3 months of my life. Not only was I dealing with the anxiety and depression, but now it was winter and I was stuck inside. So, with winter comes the winter blues. That for sure did not help. In February, one of the farmers' wives that my boyfriend works for started to sell Plexus. So I thought it was all just a weight loss scheme at first. I was pretty skeptical. But I had a lot of conversations with her. Finally, she told me about rebates and, our money back guarantee. So I figured, what the heck? I've had the worst time with my anxiety, and maybe my gut, like, truthfully was the issue. So I started mid-February on products. 1 week later, I got the bad news that I wouldn't be able to work while I was student teaching. I've had an income since I was 15, and this was definitely not good news for me. I saw how well my two friends had done selling Plexus, so I decided, what the heck? I messaged my best friend and asked how to get started on selling. We started the normal three-way chats, grabbed three people closest to you, and got to work. My mom, my aunt, and my co-teacher all started with me the day after I started selling. I hit silver, obviously, when I got those three. So I messaged in my three-way, and they told me I could hit senior silver. So off to work I went again. I hit senior silver in 3 days of selling. So then, of course, they told me to keep going and push for gold. So off to work I went, chatting with my best friends, my mom's best friends, coworkers, family members, whatever. And in just 7 days, I was gold. I was thinking, man, that was easy. And then I saw that first paycheck. Three fast start bonuses plus all of the other bonuses happening at the time. So I decided to push for senior gold. March wasn't exactly my month, but I did work on growing my team. I ended up adding my boyfriend's mom, well, hopefully my future mother-in-law, to the team. Then came April, and we both hit huge goals. She hit gold, and I hit senior gold. The road to Ruby hasn't quite been as easy as my road to senior gold was. I currently have two business builders on my team, so it has been much harder for us. I've had a couple of potential business builders, but they just haven't quite been as motivated as my two people currently are. So you guys are probably wondering, how in the world has a 19-year-old hit 4 ranks in 3 months? Well, first, I've tried my best to stay positive and keep my energy up. I don't know about you guys, but I message daily in my 3 days with my leaders. These girls have came to be my best friends. Yes, we talk about all things business, projections, mapping out goals and potential customers, but we also are able to just talk as friends. We can chat about what we did that weekend, what the next team bonding event will be, and so on. I also try my best to stay positive with my own team. Although I do only have those two BBs right now, it is hard sometimes. You have to be realistic with them, but you have to still push them to hit their goals. Sometimes being that team leader means giving that kind nudge to hit their goals. The next thing I've done is set realistic goals. This has been one that I've struggled with a lot this month, pushing for Ruby. My first month was easy. I found 18 people to start with me to help me hit gold. I got a motivated business builder, and the next 2 months we hit our goals again. My goal for senior gold in April was only 17 orders since we grew so much in March, so that was definitely realistic. That was definitely the most achievable one. Now Ruby hasn't quite been so easy. I was on a roll and coming off of a high in April, and I didn't quite set myself a realistic goal in May, and truthfully for June either. 4 to 3 orders with only yourself and two BBs is not quite easy, especially when you're running out of that warm market. I just had a chat in my three-way today about setting realistic goals. We have now set myself a realistic goal that I can meet and crush. We're doing that same thing with my team, and if you crush your goal that month, that high is obviously going to continue on to the next month. That leads on to my next point. Always do your best. Does this sound cliche? Probably, but I would rather crush my goal and work as hard as I can to get even 1 point higher that next month than set a non-realistic goal, overwhelm myself, and not even get near that goal. There are two things that I consistently do every day to make sure that I am doing my best. First, I wake up and I run projections for myself and my team. To me, this is a non-negotiable. This is me telling my upline that I am open for business and ready to go. I'm here. I know what my numbers look like. I know what my daily goal is. The next thing I do is check my map. I not only have a daily map, but I also have a big map for myself. I want my team to know that this is my map and I'll be checking these people off as I go. I then go into my three-ways with my team members, send their projections and see where their heads are at for the day. Every day is an amazing day to help people feel better and back to their best selves. The next point that I truly want to emphasize is the importance of pushing for that daily goal. Yes, it's easy to run your projections and say, oh, my daily's only one. I can still do that. But how many days in a row are you truly going to push for that daily? Because if you get that one order on Monday, but then don't get another order till Friday, that daily will most likely be going up to 2 orders a day then. We want to keep that daily goal as low as possible because it's most attainable. We don't want to wait until, say, July 24th to start working towards our goals. We have to be working all month long. The more we hit our goals, the better and easier our end of the months will be. The next thing I have done is truly dug deep and realized what my why was. My team has pushed hard for me to truthfully find why I'm doing this business. Like I said before, I have two younger siblings. I love spoiling them, taking them out to dinner, ice cream, whatever it is, or a movie, whatever. Big Sister is one of my favorite titles, and I want to live up to it. Another reason I'm doing this is because of my boyfriend and I's future. We want to build a house we will love. We want to buy all the things that will bring us happiness while not worrying about money. This opportunity is bringing me that. I want to take the trips. I want to buy the things for my siblings. I want to have all the experiences with my family. So what's your why? Why did you start this business? Let that motivate you. I'm going to leave you guys with this. Push hard for your goals that you have reasonably set. Do your best to hit these goals and keep a positive attitude while doing it. I'm 19 years old, working 2 other jobs while being full-time in school. If I can do it, you can too.
For sharing
Wow,
with us.
Kendall, that was amazing. That was absolutely amazing. I love how you just gave like realistic tips of what you need to do in your business every single day in order to succeed. And then also having your team do it along with you. I love that you can push for goals and only have 2 business builders. I know that you said, I mean, I just said it too, only 2 business builders, but 2 business builders is a lot more than some people ever have. So be proud of that for yourself. Does anybody have any questions for Kendall? I actually have one. What kind of events do you do for your team, or with, like, what kind of thing, in-person opportunity events or in-person events do you guys do?
So we've done a team dinner and we're actually talking about doing another one this week. And then obviously a lot of us were in Vegas for convention. Obviously I didn't start till February, so I haven't been to a lot of them yet, but Vegas was definitely amazing getting to know our team better. So I'm hoping that we're going to be able to do some more team bonding stuff. We talked a lot about that in Vegas. So hopefully we can get one scheduled for later this week.
And did you attend Gold? Have you gone to Gold School yet? Or did you attend any of those? Not yet.
I have not. No, the closest one was Atlanta, and I had just hit gold when they had a gold school. So
It wasn't in the cards yet.
nope, not yet.
Yes. I love it. Well, I know you've been such an inspiration to Shermy. And your upline is it Aubrey?
So Lori Mattis is my sponsor, and then Sarah Crow, and then Audrey Anderson.
Okay. Perfect. So you've got a great team of leaders on your team.
Yes, they're amazing.
Oh, you even have some of your team on here. I love it.
I sent out the invite earlier.
Yeah, I absolutely love that. It's like the more the merrier, right? To people to
Yes.
hear your story. What is your team really focused, like, made up of? Do you have a lot of young people like yourself, or I know you said your mother-in-law is one of your business builders, but do you have a little bit of like every age range?
Yeah, yep, it varies a lot. I think I'm the youngest on the team, but
That's good. You may be young, but you seem very mature.
thank you.
So, do other people have any questions?
What is your goal as to when to hit Ruby?
So I really wanted to push for it this month, but I'm not quite sure. So I'm projected at 270 right now, so I'm definitely want to be realistic with my goals. I talked with my team earlier and I'm really going to push for 350, and if we can keep going from there, obviously we will.
Awesome. That's great.
And then somebody asked, what are you reading right now? Or do you do any personal development or stuff like that in your daily life?
I'm not a big reader, but
Okay, so somebody wrote, I have a baby in the back, but I would love to hear tips on sharing for you to sign up 18 so fast.
so part of my signing up 18 was a lot of my mom's friends, so she made some money with me, but I just gave her some referral bonuses because she wasn't quite interested in selling yet. I'm still trying to motivate her, but a lot of my mom was one of my first ones that signed up with me, so a lot of her friends wanted to sign up, just kind of be accountability partners because we really push for that on our team too. So yeah, a lot of that was her friends, my friends. I had some aunts sign up with me. It was kind of a majority of everyone. But yeah, it was definitely just my warm market, but we do push hard for accountability partners too.
Yeah, I love that. I have a really big family and I have hardly anybody on there. So is there like any tips or tricks or verbiage that you've shared, or was it just your excitement to get them started?
Yeah, I think excitement, and two, we had some people ranking up, so we had some good rebates too.
Okay, that makes sense. And so it was like a coupon to entice them.
Yes, yes, definitely.
I have a question.
Right? Yeah.
So a lot of the younger gals that I get on my team are very protective about their social media and posting and sharing. And so I just would love, hey, 1 second, bud. I would love any tips you might have for kind of getting them through that fear or that like hesitation to just jump in and start posting or sharing, and not worry about what their friends or who might think about what.
Yeah, that's a good one. So, I have actually had some potential BBs who have had that same issue. We really try in the beginning not to push too hard with posting. Some things that we start with is kind of giving their own results first and kind of just saying like, hey, I started on these products, and even just posting a picture of like the products that they're on or with their pink drink or whatever it is, and just say like, hey, I started on these products. These are the results that I've kind of seen so far, and just ask like, if anyone would be wanting to join with them. We also send some like samples out of just kind of verbiage that they can say, because sometimes it's easier to just, copy and paste with a picture instead of giving their own personal story. So it kind of just depends on what they want to do, but those are good options to start with.
Do you host different launch parties for people on your team, or like to get them started where they're not having to post on social, but it's a spot for people to come to learn a little bit more about it?
So the only like public thing that we've done, Jess and I went and did like a little pop-up shop sort of thing. We did that in a little small town just right down the road. We got a few customers from that, but that's really the only like social thing that we've done so far yet. I know that my team has talked about doing a pop-up shop with just some of our BBs to kind of help them get into, talking with people in person, because sometimes it's easier to talk over social media than talk in person. So sometimes it's easy to just kind of see how they're socializing with other people and just be able to train them in person too.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So now that you've kind of run out of your warm market, what are you doing to get more people kind of to fill up that funnel?
Yes. So I have, since I've been pushing for Ruby, I've been posting a lot of before and afters, because I don't know if any of you guys have me on Facebook or anything, but my inflammation in my face has gone down a lot. So before and afters definitely catch people's eyes. I've also done some testimony posts. I've done some potential like business builder posting. I have really been advertising like when Plexus is giving stuff away, like the Ninja this month. I really advertised with the Apple Watch, so kind of using those to benefit. Even if they're just going to give you 4 referrals, like they could still get that stuff too. I've also done, especially with my family members, I've sent them some like potential posts like, hey, I started on these products. Would anyone be interested in starting with me? And then I just kind of offer a cash rebate back to them if they send anybody my way, if they're not interested in selling. I'm trying to think of anything else that I've done. That's all I can think of right now.
That's all awesome. Do you feel like Katie had questioned this also about the younger generation and your age group and the posting? How do you go about relaying them like the stigma of being able to work a network marketing business? Because I also know like outside of being very protective of their social media, a lot of them are very opinionated about kind of network marketing, social selling, even though they live on social.
Right. So I kind of just try and emphasize like the positive out of it, because a lot of people don't understand the difference between like direct marketing and network marketing. So I try and explain all of that stuff to them about how like they could use this to benefit them, because like how many people my age don't have socials for one, and how many people don't post different updates about even what they're doing during the day. Like you could even use that to benefit yourself. Like a lot of people I know recently I've been boating. Like I post pictures while I'm boating. So like I kind of change it back to them. Like if you were mixing up your pink drink, why can't you just take a video of that? Like your face doesn't even have to be in it. Like you don't have to make yourself uncomfortable, but you should also use it to the best of your ability. Like it's being offered to us, so why wouldn't we use it?
Yeah, I agree. Especially in this, like the social media is a free platform of advertisement,
Yes.
right?
Yep.
And you guys, your age, what is your guys like your primary social media platform that you use? I mean, because there's like LinkedIn's kind of an older person thing, I would think, but there's TikTok and Instagram, and there's certain more not user friendly, but you get more out of it with customers and for Plexus.
Yeah, Instagram and Facebook I found are the two that I'm most comfortable with and that I seem to get the most results out of. Sometimes I use Snapchat because I've got like friends on there, but it doesn't seem to be as popular. And TikTok, I haven't quite explored it yet.
Well, I'm twice your age and I haven't explored it yet either. So cheers to that. I absolutely love it. I don't know, like Katie and I have talked all the time, like what we would have done to be able to have Flexus when we were your age, like the
Yes,
blessings instead of bringing broke college students, like we could have had some money coming in and could have, had a little bit more freedom. Or she's like, I could have rodeoed a little bit more. So we do have
right.
a big group of rodeo people on our team, and it's the freedom that we could have gotten from some side income would have been amazing.
Yes.
Eating something other than Taco Bell.
Does anybody else have anything that they want to ask Kendall?
I was gonna ask her something. I had a question. How many reach outs do you do like weekly? And are they like through social media or how do you do your reach outs?
So I'm currently working on that. My team likes to call me the cold message queen. So when Audrey, she is 3 people up from me. When she was going for Sapphire, I actually got banned from Messenger because they thought I was a scammer because I sent out so many cold messages. But so since I do that, my challenge this month from my sponsor is to do 10 cold messages a day. But obviously, like if people respond back like, oh, I'm interested, then that's when I start to kind of dig deeper. If I know a person that would benefit from it, obviously, like if I know them personally or if I'm kind of even acquaintances with them, I'll go into it and to like make it personal quicker, I guess. But yeah, if somebody's gonna message back from my cold messages, then that's when I try and go in personally. And you obviously want to kind of build a relationship with that person and try and dig down deep and see what their issues are because you don't want to get them on products that aren't going to work for them. So we try and figure out like the best bundle for them just by talking to them before they order.
Okay.
And what would you say like is your number one cold message verbiage that you send out?
I usually send out something like asking if they've ever heard of the pink drink and just saying, just like a couple things that it's done for me. I usually talk about like my inflammation. Obviously my anxiety was a big one. Energy levels, just kind of saying what it's done for me that a lot of people could also relate to and just ask if they would be interested in some more information. I usually try and end it with a question because if you do, then they're more probably likely to answer.
Yes, definitely. Okay, a couple in the chat. What have you done for retention to keep those customers loving the product?
That's a good one. So usually, I have a notebook. It's actually right here, and I have every single person in here. I write down when their start date was, when they ordered, if they had any sort of rebate, what their issues are that they were looking to, like target to fix, and also what products they ordered. So after they order, I'd like to keep an eye on their tracking and just send them a message when it gets delivered and just say like, hey, it looks like your products have been delivered. Like if they get started on triplex, I send the starting guide. If it's, I know like Metaburn and Slim is a common one. Just kind of tell them like how many they should be taking, or like if they have Slim Hunger, when they could be taking that pink drink or stuff like that. I usually try and check in about a week later, seeing if they've noticed any sort of difference, making sure they're keeping up with consistency. And then I usually try and check in at their 1, 2, and 3 month mark. Then I try not to bother them unless they have any other questions because I don't like being a bother, but I also want them to know that, I'm there for them to talk if they need anyone.
So
And then what target audience are you trying to attract? Sorry, Katie.
I'm sorry, I just popped back in. Oh, sorry, I thought you were gonna go. If you could
Okay.
discuss that one, and then I'm sorry if I missed that. I had a child incident happen, but I would love for you to just share with our team after you talk about your target audience, the importance, and if you've already talked about this, I'm sorry, but the
You're
importance
fine.
of tracking your points and getting in your back office if you want to grow and head somewhere, like knowing where you're at, setting that goal and how you're going to get there. Maybe just share like how often you're projecting your points, how often you're getting in your back office. I would love to hear that as well. Thank you.
Yes. Yep. So for my target audience, I don't really have a specific age range. I try and start with people that are around my age because I do really want to get more business builders that are closer in my age, because I do know that like this could benefit so many people that are, you know, still teenagers or even early 20s, because I know how much it's benefited me. And like, it's crazy how many people say like, oh, I can't afford products. Like, well, then you need to be on products and you need to be selling. Like, we're giving you the opportunity here. We're handing it to you to make extra money, and they're still not taking it. So, that I really try and dig deep with. But there's not really a certain age that I target. Regarding my back office, I run projections for myself and my team, which obviously is only 2 business builders, but I run them every day. It's the very first thing I send with my good morning sticker every day in our chats. I run them. I usually run what they're projected at, what their goal is, how many orders they need, and then their daily goal that they need to meet. So usually I send projections and then I just ask kind of where their head's at, because usually we have some sort of map going on. So I kind of ask, you know, who is the person we're focusing on most today, because I know like weekends are big times when we give out rebates. And so, you know, if we have people that have been hesitant because of money, then we want to push those people that need the rebates. But yeah, it's just good to be able to run it every day, I think. And then obviously you can start checking people off that map.
Yes. Those are all great tips. Sorry, it's noisy. I'm cooking dinner. So,
It's okay.
and the point projection, do you send that to your upline as well, or you just kind of talk with your 2 business builders?
So my upline, I send my projections every day. And then my 2 business builders actually have my sponsor and her sponsor. And so really there's only one person that's not in my downline. 3-way. Sorry, I forgot the word. In my downlines 3-way. And so really everybody sees it. And if Audrey has any questions, she just comes straight to my 3-way and we talk about it. But usually I'm keeping my upline updated anyways in my 3-way about my projections, my team's projections, and everything else.
I love that system that you guys have put into place to duplicate as well, levels down.
Yes.
Is it hard for your team to do 3-way messages, or is that just part of a system that you guys utilize as well?
We always have utilized it even since I started. They've just like once the business builder makes their first sale, we usually put them into a 3-way. Sometimes like even if people have more questions, I'll put them in not even in a 3-way, just in a chat with me and my sponsor just to help answer their questions. But yeah, 3-ways are something we definitely make use of.
I love that. They're so beneficial.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, does anybody else have any questions? Well, Kendall, I appreciate you jumping on. I know Sharmi she had a prior obligation at 6:15, so she had to step off really quick. So that's why I was coming in. But I know our team truly appreciates it. We have a great like lineup of people from like 19 to in their 50s. And so I think that you kind of hit home on a lot of things that we can all benefit and use in this business. And I know I truly appreciate it, and I'm sure everybody else does. Does anybody else? One more chance for questions before we'll let Kendall go. We appreciate you. Okay. Well, if there's anything that any of us can ever do for you, please reach out.
Yes.
I'm excited for your push for Ruby, and we can't wait to see you continue to climb the ladder and then next year be in Hawaii with some of us.
Yes.
So thank you